that score. Oof. We'll have to take a look at these stats. 70% completion rating, 3 touchdowns, team stats. This game was almost flawless, and I'll tell you why it wasn't flawless. Oh, 149.4, 70% completion, 3 touchdowns. Aaron Rodgers playing smoking. Matt Ryan played good too, but good and great. Rushing, Dylan Smallwood, 4.7 yards of the carry, and a touchdown. Devontae Freeman got hurt. He was out. So there you go. That's that. Receiving, Packers only. Corey Turnbull, 3 catches, 108 yards, but one of them was 75 yards long for a touchdown. And then he had a really decent one too, like a 27-yarder or so. Big explosive plays defensively. Did we get some sacks? We got 1 sack by Avon Conrad, and no interceptions. Finished the game. So let's flop over to the injury report. Dylan Smallwood broke his foot. He's out 8 weeks. What a killer. I put him on the trading block to see if I was going to get something for him. I was kind of thinking about keeping him anyways, but I wanted to see what they were offering him, and now it doesn't matter because he's out for 8 weeks. That's going to leave our superstar running back who just got back off the injury list this week, and Eddie Lacy to do the workload for the rest of the season, because 8 weeks from now is what? Just before the playoffs. So I guess we're week 15, week 16, so he'll be ready for the playoffs. But that ended his season, and he was doing so well. I mean, he was going to lead the league in rushing, I think. 862 yards and 8 touchdowns, averaging 123 yards a game. Man, what a killer loss. So, now the question becomes, do I keep him? Because he's a free agent. We look at our free agent list real quick here. I'm not really interested in bringing Josh Sitton back. I just $8.4 million for a 34-year-old. That's going to drop it's going to be like an 82. Micah Hyde, I think it's time for a different player to be the backup safety. Dylan Smallwood, it's $5 million a year for a backup. Because now that he's hurt, I mean, he's going to be the backup going forward. I'm not interested in bringing Nick Perry back. I might do this quick development because he might be our starting right guard next year, right? Isn't that what we needed? Yep, left guard, starting left guard. And this is who I think is going to take over as the backup safety. And I'm not sure I'm going to re-sign him. I'm probably going to re-sign him. 3 year, that's $3 million a year for a really strong developing right end. We'll have to think about it. And these lower end receiver players are not worth it. So I don't see any of these guys getting re-signed. So yeah, that's how our free agents look right now, but we are only hitting the trade deadline. Let's hit that next button and see if we get any offers for any of our players that we put up on the trading block. Oh, look at that. Trade offers for Wilkins, Micah Hyde, and Smallwood. I mean, if I trade him, I'll leave Leary as the backup, Eddie Lacy for this year, and him, which is really solid. I mean, he's not going to be back till postseason anyways. Micah Hyde, we'll have to look. Oh, well, I guess here, let's do this. Let's review our offers. A 4th round pick. What else we got here? 29-year-old free safety, a second-round pick in the 2022 draft, in the 6th round. That's worth it. I think that I'm definitely gonna move on from Micah Hyde, and then a 2nd-round pick. So we could have two 2nd-round picks. Pick 33. That's like right now. That looks like that's an early brand. That's like really early 2nd-round pick. Aaron Rodgers is not going anywhere, and that would leave Nick Wire to be the backup going forward versus him. I have to unload some players. I think I'm going to keep Smallwood and sign him to another deal. I think we're going to go with Talbot, Smallwood, and Leary going forward. But because these Talbot and Leary are cheap. What is his contract? How many years does he have left? He's got 2 years left. Really cheap. So paying $5 million for Smallwood wouldn't be too bad as a really solid backup. Talbot is, I think it's just, yeah, he's in his rookie year, so I mean, he's still got, what, 3 years left now, so he's got no stats yet. 4 years remaining, including this year. Yep. Wow, look at that. So we got some fortune going our way. He's going to play the Vikings here, 7-0 Packers versus the 3-4 Vikings. And then our bye week comes up. So, all right, we're gonna decline this offer, and we're gonna trade both these players, get some 2nd-round picks. I'm gonna take care of that off camera. Thanks for watching. Oh, we got a problem. I didn't notice this before. Quentin Rollins is out for 5 weeks with an injury. Broke his collarbone. That must have happened a while ago and I just didn't pay attention. Because I think that's like a 7 or 8 week injury and I wasn't paying attention. So if we trade Micah Hyde, then this guy's going to be our strong safety, and that's really going to weaken our defense. Oh, that's not good at all. Oh, an 86 speed. Man, I don't want to cost... And why's Quentin Rollins got to be hurt? Why you got to be hurt? Let's look at the improve our team. Free agents, strong safeties. Yeah, 76s, 75s. Wow, I don't know. I have to think about that one. Goodbye. I was looking at this compared to what we've drafted in the 2nd round, and we've had, let's see, 6 draft picks in the 2nd round, and two of them were terrible. One was just meh. We picked up Marshawn Dobbins, a 74 cornerback, but he's slow development. He's our dime back. And the other 2 was Corey Turnbull, who was our number 1 wide receiver, who was a 76 overall, and then Kevin McMullen, who was our starting left end, who was a superstar development linebacker. So, I mean, 3 of the players are important to the team, and the other 3 are not. I'm not even sure. Oh, I guess let's look at the defense here real quick. Yeah, so he's the 4th defensive tackle on the team right now. Might actually be a better right end. I don't know why he's not. Let me look at the depth here. Depth chart for right ends. A 72 right end. He's a better defensive tackle. And that if Micah Hyde wasn't the starting cornerback, this would be, or you know, right now being the starter, it wouldn't be a big deal. But I'm gonna lose. I have to put this guy in, and he's a lot worse than Micah Hyde. But a second round pick for Micah Hyde is great. And then, you know, we got Aaron Rodgers for a couple more years. I'm struggling a little bit if you can't tell. Giving up this guy who's got 2 years left on his contract. And hopefully Aaron Rodgers just doesn't retire on me out of nowhere and just, you know, just ruin next year. So we're banking on Aaron Rodgers coming back. So, yep, I'm going to do it after all. Okay, the damage is done. I traded the 2 players away for 2020 picks, 2022 picks, which is 2 years away. So it's not going to help this year, but it will help next year with some draft capital. And with the 2 players, we're going to sign Amir Grice to the team, and on the practice squad we're going to sign DeAndre McNair from the practice squad. There we go. And then on the practice squad we're going to put in a quarterback. So we need a quarterback to go on the practice squad. Dwight Braum go on the practice squad. And let's see who else we get here. We need one more player. I just gotta look at my practice squad real quick to see. 2 cornerbacks, left tackle. Middle linebacker. I'll put a tight end on the practice squad just to have so many to choose from. Ryan Schickel. Welcome to week 9. We had let's see, go over here. We can see that we beat the Vikings by 3 points. It was such a tight game. It was a really good game, but the Packers are now 8-0. 5-2 is Chicago. 3-5, 3-5. So the Packers have quite the lead on there. The Cowboys are also 8-0. And let's just look at the NFC side. So the Cowboys are 8-0. The Packers are 8-0. Saints 6-1. Seahawks 7-1, 6-1. Bears are 5-2. So it's still close at the top. Points for. Look at that. Cowboys leading the points for. Packers are points against. Where do we rank? Right there. We're 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. Ha ha ha. Points against. 3rd in that. Points for. There we go. We made some changes to the lineup. Let me show you that. I think offensively nothing has changed. Defensively. So we've moved Jeffrey Riviera. It's a middle linebacker. And it's interesting. Nick Perry. Oh yeah. And then Sheldon Pathan is right outside linebacker, and Joey Rumpf is getting himself a chance to play left outside linebacker, and Calvin Samata is going to be our starting one until Rollins gets back. But Nick Perry is now our new starting left end. So I've moved him over here for the remaining part of the season. So that was our changes. And 2 other changes I've made now as of episode 35, which is this episode, I believe, or 34, episode 34. Episode 34, I'm sorry, is that there will be no upgrading players for development. So if they're a slow development, they stay a slow development. If they're quick, they stay quick. Superstar, stay superstar. I can't manually do it. They can be awarded awards or, degraded, but I'm not going to change it from now on. And then secondly, for the trade block, which we can't see because the trading season is over, in the trade center, I can no longer pick up players that are quick or superstar development on the trade block. I can pick up normal players, but I can't pick up quick or superstar as part of the game, the new rules that we have for this one. So that should make it a little more interesting, because I picked up Jeffrey Wire, Dylan Smallwood, which was a huge one. So if they're quick development or superstar development, they're not available on the trade block, and I have to ignore them. And that's it. That's where we're going to stop for now. Interesting that they've predicted the Packers to pick 30th, but we're 8-0. That means Dallas must be the 32nd pick. So they believe we're going to lose to Dallas. Pretty sure that I'm just going to let each of these players walk. $8 million for Josh Sitton, who's probably going to be an 82, 83 next year. That's a little tough to swallow. I probably can pick up someone in the free agents for $8 million. Nick Perry being 30 years old, 78 overall, it's just not worth it. If he was like a 988, maybe at 30, but these players, these were our original draft picks, and this is hard for me to say that I'm not going to continue on, but I think I'm going to let every one of these guys go and explore the free agent market. So that's it for our free agents. So that will leave us with like $23 million in salary cap minus the, salary, the rookie salary. So I should be able to pick up a decent free agent at least, I hope, and then make the rest for draft picks, which now I have to kind of consider. Oh, I meant to look at this real quick here. We're gonna draft a corner, an offensive lineman, corner, a defensive tackle, because I think we're gonna lose a couple of those, and a wide receiver. So take some looks at some later round players. We have in this draft 2 2s, 2 3s in the first. So, and it's going to be a late first. So I think I'm going to skip all the 1 wide receivers and just kind of look at the 2s. I'm going to look at all the cornerbacks because you can never have enough corners. So that's what we're going to do now. We're just going to pick off the rest of the corners. And definitely going to be looking to draft a corner again. 2 corners probably. One in the later rounds, one in the early rounds. Maybe with that second round pick. Draft a corner. There we go. And later round wide receivers. Can't hurt. We'll start with the 4th round here. Oh, we can't even pick one. So we have 14 points left. That's it. So, all right. I'm going to continue on with the game. who I found. It's Aaron Ripkowski. He plays for the Colts now. That's pretty cool. I'm impressed he's still in the league. Good job, Aaron. Michael Crabtree is a Colt. And Sean Lee is a Colt now, too. And you can tell from Andrew Luck's face there, the Packers were just too much for him. Packers played really well. I'm liking the defensive changes that we made. I don't know. I'll have to give it more games to see if it really is truly that, but the final score was 40-13. Aaron Rodgers threw himself a very poor pick, but I'm pretty sure that, yeah, he didn't play great, but look what Andrew Luck did. I mean, he was three interceptions, so wow, the Packers defense just had a field day with him. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception for him, rushing-wise. Not a good average. Let's just look at the Packers here. A 3.7 average is not good. Eddie Lacy, 3.8. That's kind of disappointing. But 121 yards, that's fine by me. Let's see, what about Brady Kropag and Randall Cobb each had a touchdown. Defensively, tackles go to Kevin McMullen, Matthew Royster, but sacks-wise, we had 2 sacks and 3 interceptions, 2 from Kareem Russell and 1 from Jeffrey Riviera. So not bad. I'm really happy with that that ending to the week there, because we kept pace with the Dallas Cowboys, who are 9-0. So this year has gone much better than the 7-9 last year. It is amazing because Aaron Rodgers just played worse last year. I mean, we benched him a couple times and let Riley Wilkins play, and Riley Wilkins is no longer on the team. So Aaron Rodgers is doing really well. I'm very happy about that. Well, that's episode 34, guys. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Now we got some new rules to make the game even more realistic. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.